Well, hello there. Thank you so much for stopping by this video on the Mr TraveLux YouTube channel. Today we are talking about the top 5 sandals resorts ranked for this year by myself, Addison, and I'm the founder and CEO of Reliant Destinations, which is your one-stop shop for everything sandals and beaches. Reliant Destinations, we have been partnering with Sandals and Beaches for over a decade. We partner exclusively with Sandals and Beaches, and we also have our office in Jamaica with a full Jamaican team on the ground ready to assist at all times. Our services cost nothing whatsoever. They're completely complimentary. We always say if you aren't reaching out, you might be missing out. So if you want to make sure you have the best service, the best expertise, and of course the best value guaranteed each and every single time, definitely reach out. hello@reliantdestinations.com is how you do so. Again, that's hello@reliantdestinations.com. For me, sandals is my life, and so I'm excited about this video. With Sandals, I've been to every single one of the properties. I've been to all of them many times. And for a lot of the recent properties, I was there before they opened, during the opening, and many times afterwards. So I'm always happy to give you realistic, honest perspective. And that's what I try to do in these videos. I try not to tell you just what you want to hear or what I want you to hear, but tell you about the good and bad about different things. So in this video, though, I get to have a lot of fun today because it's going to be my personal top 5 rankings. There's different videos available on this channel which do rankings by category, different things like food and different vibes, but I want to tell you what my personal top 5 favorites are, and I'll tell you why for each one of those. As we dive into this ranking, I also want to mention about 3 quick tools which are on our website, mycaribbeanluxury.com. On our website, first of all, we do have a tool which is a little quiz that you can answer a few questions on and get an instant answer to see which of the Sandals or Beaches properties are best suited for you. So each of these properties has a different vibe, and there's a few questions you can answer, and you can even change your answers to watch the results change dynamically to see which of these properties really is best suited for what you're hoping to experience in your vacation. So that's one of the tools. The second tool, if you are someone that already booked your trip to Sandals or Beaches, there's a value checker tool on there. Don't worry, if you are someone that already booked with a travel agent, we're not going to try to poach you from them, that sort of thing. It is just a great tool that allows you to make sure you're getting the best value. And if you are booked with a third party, for example, like a travel agent, we'll refer you back to them, but we want to make sure that you have the best value. And then our third one is about a brand new AI. It's a 24/7 around the clock AI named 𝗠cie, which has been trained about everything Sandals and Beaches and can answer any questions you have about the properties, room types, even look at live pricing, so on and so forth. So make sure to check that out. But for now, let's go ahead and dive straight into this video, which is, of course, the top 5 Sandals resorts for this year, ranked by myself, Mr TraveLux. Let's go. All right, so we're going to take this ranking all the way from 5 down to number 1. 5 being the lowest and 1 being my absolute top favorite. So let's start with number 5, which can be a surprise for a lot of people because it is a little bit of an older property. So which property is this? Yes, this is Sandals Royal Plantation. This is in Ocho Rios in Jamaica. So Sandals Royal Plantation is really special for a particular reason, and this reason is service. In my opinion, and out of the opinion of literally thousands of guests that I've sent to this property over the years, it's our collective opinion that the service here is simply fantastic. And this is a property where I am continually so impressed with the staff in every department. The relationships, even from the room attendants ranging to management, the chefs, and everyone in between, it's just really unique. And also the management of this property is so on point. So the current manager at the time of this video, his name is Omar, and I've never seen a general manager that actually knows all the guests. When you pass him, it's good day, Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, how are you doing? And it is really impressive where this personal relationship is forged with all of the guests. And we see that where these guests come back year after year after year to visit all of the amazing people they form these relationships with in this property. So while it is not the most glamorous resort, it's not the largest resort, and there are honestly not a ton of amenities at this property, although you can go to Sandals 𝗁𝗁𝗆 across the road for amenities if you want. Yeah, that's free. But this property is just really great for those that want to relax and have truly an escalated service experience. So Sandals Royal Plantation, that is my number 5. All right, on to number 4, which is a property that has really risen in rankings for me in recent years, and this is Sandals South Coast. I love Sandals South Coast Resort. So Sandals South Coast is in White House, Jamaica. There's no other properties really close to it. Sandals the Grill's a couple hours away. It's a couple hours from the airport itself, but it is worth the drive. And now this is a property which did get quite a bit of hurricane damage, but honestly, I am not worried about that, and I will tell you why. So with the hurricane damage, this is a property which was in the process of already being refurbished in a lot of different ways, and a lot of these refurbishments are now going to be taken to even higher levels. So by the time you're even watching this video, the resort might be reopened. If you're not sure about the reopening date, just email us. Again, hello@reliantdestinations.com. We can help you out with that. But this is a property which has amazing features, ranging from the heart-shaped over-the-water bungalows, which I simply adore, which by the way survived really well with the hurricane. You would think over-the-water structures would get annihilated with a Cat 5 hurricane, but they stood strong, which is really impressive. But even the lower entry tier rooms at this property, they have had updates in recent years where they are stunning. There you have rondables, which have their own swim up, and not just a private swim up pool, but even like a canal they go to. In this resort as well, the dining is really great. So you have some heightened dining options. This is a great resort as well for groups. If you want to take people with you, you have an amazing oversized pool in the heart of this resort. And I just continue to be impressed with the beauty of this property. You see peacocks that are all around this property with their gorgeous feathers. And everywhere you look, the foliage is so beautiful. So definitely don't overlook South Coast if you're looking for a beautiful property. It is large, there's a lot of amenities, but everything is really cared for there. On to number 3. Number 3 is Sandals Royal Curaçao, and this is on the island of, yes, as the name suggests, Curaçao. So Curaçao, it's a very different island, and why is it different? Not only is it in the southernmost of the Caribbean, but it is actually a Dutch-speaking island, the only Dutch-speaking island in the Caribbean. It is very unique because the culture here is definitely different to what we see at a lot of the other Caribbean islands where we have Sandals and Beaches properties. For example, at Sandals Royal Curaçao, you will find that a lot of the staff there are even Europeans, being that there is, of course, the ability for anyone in the EU to use EU privileges and go and work there in the Caribbean at this amazing island. Even the city itself feels a bit like you're in Amsterdam, where you have canals and you have bright colors. So you definitely see this hybrid fusion flair between the European-esque ideology of the island, but also with all the Caribbean influence local. It all comes together, so it's very unique. At this property itself, though, Sandals Royal Curaçao has a 2-tier infinity pool. It's a glass infinity pool that is stunning, and the food itself takes things to a whole new level. So for example, you have Canal, which is your Dutch pastries, Dutch coffee shop. So you have a lot of Dutch influence that goes into the culinary side at this resort as well, not just in the ambiance. Of course, the Dutch are famous for their bikes. So you'll find bikes all over this property where you can take Dutch bikes and go and explore, this unique resort. I would say this resort is very different. And so it's worth going into this experience with an open mind, knowing it's not going to be the same as the other properties. Even the beach is a man-made beach, but it's a gorgeous beach. It's a gorgeous beach. And honestly, if you are someone that likes to see a little sea life around your feet, this is the beach where I have seen the most of gorgeous little fish that swim all around your feet, right around the shore at Sandals Royal Curaçao. So I could go on and on about this property, but that is one of my favorites and has definitely made it nice for me at that position number 3. Coming in at number 2 is a resort where I was there before it opened, during the opening, and have been there many times since then, including as recently as last week when I filmed this video, and this is Sandals Dunn's River Resort. Sandals Dunn's River is currently the newest Sandals in Jamaica, and we're so excited to just watch it thrive. And honestly, the guest satisfaction rate there has been truly impressive. It's one of those properties I know that if I send my guests to, they're gonna have a great time over and over. And we're already have seen guests that have been there multiple times, even though it is a fairly recent resort. So at Sandals Dunn's River, the first thing is this property didn't get touched really at all by the hurricane, which is great news. But the other thing to mention with this as well is truly the epitome of Sandals 2.0, which is what we are coining this new horizon for sandals. We are seeing that here. So Sandals Dunn's River had the first bloom, which is using the famous Blue Mountain Jamaican coffee, but in a very unique way, where there you have nitrogen cold brews, you see coffee done in very unique ways, and a pastry selection which is very, very different to the classic 𝗱𝗲𝗄𝗃 experience, which for those of you that have been to Sandals for many years know that has been the historical experience when it comes to little pastries and little snack bites. The quality of dining at Sandals Dunn's River is above and beyond. The sushi, for example, named Hanami, this goes well beyond the soy sushi experience, which I have seen previously. Even the management of the restaurants themselves. So if we go into the Italian restaurant, you really feel like you're in Italy, and the food itself is much more authentic. And the manager there is amazing. He is a young man from Italy himself who used to work at Michelin star dining restaurants in Italy and has came and brought this experience with him. And you see that vibrant experience, not just through the staff, but through the food and the ambiance there. I could say that as well for the French restaurant and so on and so forth. But what's really important here is that the gastronomy is truly amazing at Sandals Dunn's River. It has an infinity pool, glass pool that is there right along the beach. There are amazing areas if you want to get a secluded relaxation somewhere in the resort. There's pools of all different natures if you want more of a lively pool, or if you want a pool that is tucked away for some peace and quiet. You can find all of that at Sandals Dunn's River. So again, I won't spend forever on there, and we'll have videos explicitly about all of these resorts individually on the channel, but definitely Sandals Dunn's River comes in as a very strong number 2 for me. All right, and now drum roll, we're going to number 1. Number 1 is, yes, you might have guessed it, it is the newest Sandals resort, which is Sandals St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And this property really is an all stops pulled out experience. I also had the pleasure to be at this property before it opened, and also during the opening and after as well. And watching all of the best practices come from the newest openings, such as Sandals World Curacao, Sandals Dunn's River, you can see all the best practices taken, refined, and put together for this amazing experience. You see dining concepts there which have taken things to a whole new level. For example, Bukan, which is a great experience where you sit around a handcrafted wooden table and you sit with other couples there in the resort, and you try family-style Caribbean delicacies as you watch it prepared in the open kitchen and then brought out to your table with all different spices which are local to St. Vincent and the Grenadines that you can try, and they show you how to pair them together, what works well. You can be experimental, and then there's just so many different things to try in a small bites category. We don't have to get full on one thing, but really have an experiential dining experience. And that is what Sandals 2.0 is about, that word, experience, experiential. Everything with Sandals 2.0 is wanting you to not just attend one of these properties, but to feel like you are there deep into the culture, even if you don't leave resort. And that's something which you can definitely feel there at St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The service is also really, really great there. One of the things that brought me great confidence is in the years before St. Vincent opened, so a lot of the staff from this resort were being trained at properties, for example, like Beaches, 𝗪𝗃 and 𝗂𝘁. And often if a server or staff member in the resorts are really, really, really superb, I'll ask them, where are you from, to see which island they're from. And it caught me off guard the first several times when I asked this question. I thought the answer would be Jamaica, which is often what the answer is, and they would say that I'm from St. Vincent. And so that gave me great hope, and I have seen that hope manifest into the great service experience of Sandals St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Also, when it comes to accommodation, the accommodation at this property is amazing. So, for example, here on the screen now, I will show you this amazing beachfront villa that I stayed in myself right there during the grand opening, which it even has a game room with it. And you can see there that it is truly modern and it has all of the touches of true innovation into it. And this isn't just this big beachfront butler villa, but honestly, even the entry-level accommodations at this resort can feel of a higher quality than some of the butler accommodations at some of the older Sandals resorts. So if you're someone that really does like an all-stops pulled-out experience and wants to sample Sandals 2.0 in its newest way, this property is definitely one you don't want to miss. So videos like this are always hard for me because it's hard for me to say what are only in the top 5. And of course, in the back of my mind as well, I love to rank things by categories, which is why we'll do that in different videos in terms of which resorts are best for foodies, which resorts best for relaxation, and so on and so forth. But what I want to mention as well, just ending this video, is that the other properties I didn't mention in this video, it doesn't mean they're bad whatsoever. At the time of publishing this video, there are 17 Sandals resorts and there are 2 beaches resorts, and there are a lot more on the horizon being built as we speak. And so I'm not saying that any of those are bad, I'm just saying that these are my personal 5 favorite. As you can see, I'm someone that loves modernity, but even though I love modernity, you know, Sandals World Plantation did manage to get that 5th place because of the service. So I like to try to look at things in a little bit of a balanced way. But if I was someone that loved a really classical experience, my ranking might be completely different. So just know that that is why we have that tool on our website, which allows you to see which of the properties are best suited for you, because we recognize that everyone's desires from their vacation experience are gonna be a little bit different, which means that your top 5, if you had visited all the properties, is also gonna be probably different to my top 5. So there we have it. That's the top 5 Sandals resorts ranked by myself, Addison, as Mr. TraveLux. Thank you so much again for taking a moment to be here on this channel with us today. Please do remember to like this video and subscribe for endless more content. We're so excited to bring you some really cool new videos soon, and we don't want you to miss those. Hope to see you back here on the channel soon. Thanks. We'll see you next time.